Good evening, everybody. It's your friend RustyMoney here. We are live on Ronida Island for an episode of the Island Preservation Challenge by Crustu. So welcome Jody and Jesse. Jody says hi, how are you doing? Not too bad. Jesse says good evening. Outlaw says hello. Did y'all get the one tile challenge? Jesse, we did. There will be an episode out tomorrow. The difficult thing will be is recording this weekend. I don't know what's going to work out yet. I don't know what will work out yet, so we'll see. But hey, everybody, off camera, I harvested this spinach field. We put spinach in this field, and I got this harvested off camera. And also, this field over here, I put oilseed radish in, and then planted it with peas. So we'll have more peas coming out of this field. Right now, y'all get to see how many pallets or liters of spinach we got off this field. Flash, welcome. I'm over here drinking the cream soda Mountain Dew and eating licorice bites. Nice. I just finished a cherry Dr. Pepper. I did. So right here I have 20,088 liters. So the last pallet off this field only had 88 liters in it. So here's 20,000. I'm gonna go into our preserved food factory to make bagged spinach. We got one pallet of canned peas. It tastes more like orange sherbet ice cream more than cream soda. I'm not a cream soda fan, so you enjoy, my friend. Just not much of a cream soda fan. Actually, I bet I could count on one hand, probably even less than that. I've probably only just tried it. Is how much I don't really care for it. I don't think I've ever drank a whole can of cream soda. Not my kind. I like cherries and yeah, I like a lot of the cherry flavored stuff. But anyway, yeah. Alright, let's see what else we can get off of here. Like I said, this was a really good spinach harvest. I only got now $5,355, everybody. I'm in July. Haven't really sold much product at all, other than I think a couple of pallets of lettuce and sunflower just to kind of stay afloat. Trying to save everything for a bigger sale day. I don't like cream soda either, but this dirty Mountain Dew flavor is more of an orange sherbet. Interesting. Interesting. My favorite flavored Mountain Dew is probably Code Red. And then I really like the voltage. Okay. David, welcome, my friend. Here we got another 6,000. So we're up to 26,000 right now. we'll load up these pallets here. So how's everybody? Oh my, I got dancing pallets. Wonderful. I don't like dancing pallets. We're gonna have to strap these guys in, I have a feeling. Just so we don't lose any pallets. Because they like to do the twist and shout on the trailer. Oh, come on, baby. They're trying to get Popeye's attention doing the twist and shout, these pallets of spinach. Brett, welcome. How are you, my friend? How are you? We're just throwing them up here now because we don't got much left. And get these to produce in spinach bag spinach, and then in August we can sell them. They sell the best in August is what it looked like. Just waking up, haven't been feeling well. Oh no, get well soon. All right, 13,000. So wow, I got a 33,088 liter harvest of spinach off that field. Wow, that's a lot of spinach, I think. It doesn't pay very well. It's only like $400, but now once we make bag spinach, it sells for like $1,400. All right, now let's activate our bagged spinach. 100 spinach to 45 spinach bag. We'll activate that. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Now we can kind of repurpose that field a little bit maybe before we move ahead. Probably won't do a lot to it. I wonder what it costs to... I really would like to maybe do that. I wonder what it costs to do that. Let's look at something here. If it doesn't cost much, we might also do this new activity. Let's see. Actually, I would buy it, but I don't think I have the money to buy one. Oh, I almost do. But what's it cost to lease this? $433. Not really too much money. Not too much money. We might do that. But then I gotta plant trees. That's the only thing I gotta start thinking about then too. Okay. I think we'll wait on that. Alright, let's take care of the field. I shut the door to my house. How's everybody doing? I hope you all had a pretty good Friday, and hope you have a great Mother's Day weekend for those here in the this part of the world that celebrate Mother's Day on this weekend. I was gonna say, where's my stones at? But there, we got some stones now. We gotta fertilize this field and then pick up stones. We might just move ahead though and do that in the next month after I get this plowed. Whoops. Kinda didn't do a good job of finishing the field there. Lifted a little too early. There we go. Man, the map that came out today, everybody, that looks pretty nice. I just don't have the room to install it though. 1400 megabytes or whatever it is. But I do like MA7's mods in the mod hub though. I've got a few of them installed. Lifted again too early there too. Okay, that is plowed. Okay, I might actually return that to the store because maybe it'll come up and use sales. Need to start buying some of this equipment. Where is that one? There it is. Let's return that. Let's go ahead and we'll fertilize that, I think, quick. Oh, what happened to my PTO on my spreader? I've never seen it not connect before. Oh, there it goes. Now it connected. Ooh, the tractor needs some fuel. Get some fuel from my barrels. There we go. Let's go get some manure. We will fertilize this. It won't take long to do that. We might even be able to, hopefully we can get enough money to buy a harvester. Well, that would be nice to buy a harvester, but we also need to think about, we need to have enough money to buy a good harvester with a decent horsepower though. Okay, let's buy some manure. We'll go ahead and get the 8,000 liters. And then if I put oilseed radish in it, that's what we might do. Kevin, welcome, my friend. How are you? Got a haircut appointment tomorrow morning. I had to hide the bag of licorice bites from myself or I would eat all of it. You know, I like them too, Outlaw. I do, but for some reason, on occasion, when I eat licorice, it really bothers my acid indigestion. Really bothers my stomach. And I don't know why, because not all candy does that though. But licorice is one of them that usually can bother me for some reason. So I haven't had any for quite a while. I used to eat it all the time. Like when we travel, we'd buy a bag. We still do on occasion. I just try not to eat very much of it. Okay, let's go ahead here. We're going to put on the old steering assist. Number of headlands, we're just going to go with 1. And, oops. Oh, okay, and, okay. And you don't have access to this land. I know, I kind of turned it on early, but that's okay. Not a problem. We gotta pick up the stones. There's a number of things I'd like to do. We need to get a harvester at some point. I've been thinking about a cold storage container to store pallets. Even though I have ways to store pallets now, I just don't care for it. So I'm also considering a multi-fruit silo. But I also would like a cement factory and some other kind of production, as well as another greenhouse. And I think the greenhouse should take priority because that would help with the passive income. But we don't got enough money for that. We got to cut out the trees if I'm going to put down the greenhouse I want to get laid down. Let's see, is that really spreading it all, getting it all? Seems to me like that's leaving a line. No, it's getting it all. Okay, it's getting it all. Sweet. FS Farmer and their viewers just joined. Say hello. What? FS Farmer, thanks, my friend. I didn't see a pop-up even. Oh no, that was the pop-up. Excuse me. Welcome to FS Farmer's Raiders. That is different. I've never seen it pop up like that before. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Iceberg, welcome. How are you, my friend? Alright. Oop, just bumped the tree. So, we are working on a challenge to all the new viewers watching. A challenge. This is called the Island Preservation Challenge. It was created by our friend Crusty Farms on YouTube. Pinned messages stay at bottom now also. Yeah, and see, that's where the raid notification popped up, FS Farmer. It's usually always been at the top. Welcome, Charles. So yeah, we're working on Crusty's Island Preservation Challenge. The big concept of this challenge is to dominate the map, but also the other big struggle bus is everything you sell must sell by a pallet. So you can't sell anything in bulk. It has to be sold in pallet formation, and the entire pallet or product that you're selling must sell. So that rules out, you cannot sell bales, you cannot sell silage. So it's a major it's a challenge where basically you're selling the stuff from your productions, you know, not just your crops straight out of the field. But you can see more about the challenge if you check out episode 1 in my playlist, as well as you can find Crusty Farms and look up how to start the challenge. And we're on Ronîda Island, and I am on this part of the island is where I started, right there. And so far I own this plot here, 61, and also 80 as well. That's the additional properties I own so far. Okay, now how is the fertilizing looking? It's looking good. Sweet. We're gonna come really close to finishing the field without filling up. Hope you had a good live stream, FS. Thanks for raiding the channel, my friend. Really appreciate it. FS Farmer and myself, RustyMoney, everybody. We go way back to the early days of Farming Simulator 19. Can you sell big bags and fert containers? Well, see, the problem with that, FS Farmer, is in this challenge, the state board of agriculture, if you will, has this island protected. So the only way you can fertilize your fields is with byproducts from like your animals, slurry or manure. So you can't use liquid or solid fertilizer. You know, your standard liquid or solid fertilizer. Alright, did that finish that? I think it did finish it, didn't it, everybody? So we should just, yeah, it actually finished it. Sweet. Okay, now let's pick up stones. Should return this thing. See if we can get it bought. I'm just gonna finish spreading out this here little bit of manure, everybody. Just to get it out of the trailer. Not much there. Okay, but unload trailer, then sell the fur, etc. as then in pallets. Yeah, well, yeah, you probably could. Yeah, you probably could. But solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer are like off limits in the challenge. Even comes to greenhouses. You can use manure, but you can't use solid fertilizer like this. And you can't use liquid fertilizer like this. Alright, let's return our manure spreader now. Return. Let's see now. I'm gonna return, let's see, is that empty? Oh no, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that. My planner. We'll leave the harvester. Actually, the harvester is empty as well. Let's go ahead and we'll return that too. We don't need it right now. Hopefully then when we get into the next month, we will be able to maybe get one from used sales. Oh, it sounds like it's raining. Good thing there's no harvest and you can't even use herbicide. Yeah, right, Jesse? That's the other thing too. Well, I'm kind of you can lime, I think. It's just that that's the settings that Krusty started with, was no lime, and I'm kind of glad that we're not doing lime in this challenge. I usually always do lime, so this is much different not doing lime, and I kind of really like it not doing lime. Alright, now it's time to pick up some stones with my favorite stone picker, a bucket. I play on PlayStation 5, everybody, and all these mods that I'm using are all platforms. So if you got any questions, I'm willing to answer. Willing to help you out. Time to pick up stones and cultivate the field at the same time. Look at that. Haha. And we're going 25, 26, 27 miles an hour. As fast as your tractor will go, you can pick up stones. Now, the cool thing about this bucket is, guess what, everybody? I can still pick up stones if we reach for the stars. Oh, maybe I went a little too high. I went a little too high that time. Let's see if it'll go that way. Yep, see? We're still reaching for the stars, but we're picking up stones. It's filling the bucket. Walk, and dragon, welcome in, my friends. Alright, let's lower the bucket. That's a little too out of proportion. I like it, FS Farmer. Yeah, I'm only picking up 1,000 liters of stones, but you can also do it at 3 meters wide. Let's see here. Let's just look at it. We'll show you. It's in the all platforms. Let's go to front loader. Front loader tools. We want the universal bucket, all but stone bucket. You can get this at 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters. I've got it at 6 meters. Reaching for the stars. If the sky is the limit, why are there footprints on the moon? Those are my footprints. Did I forget to tell you that? As Mrs. Money's laughing in the other room because I'm totally scared of heights, so you would never see me going to the moon. Definitely scared of heights. Wow, we got 19 awesome people watching. That's my favorite number. One of my 2 favorite numbers. 19 is. You're not that old. How old do you think I am, Jesse? If you've seen my face camera, you probably can take a guess, but yeah, how old do you actually think I am? Because I bet I'm gonna shock you at my age. Put it to you this way, I did almost 23 years in law enforcement. Put that into perspective, and you can't be a cop in Nebraska until you're 21. I'm in my late 40s. Very, very, very late 40s. Almost to 50. New Zealand farming friend, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm not too far behind you, Jesse. Not too far behind you. Put it to you this way, I graduated high school in 1996. Oops. Need to turn the bucket back on. Another thing weird about this stone picking bucket is you got to turn it on and off. Ah, cool, walk. Cool. Brett 49. Alright, I missed a little bit back there, but still not old enough to have walked on the moon. I know, I just feeding a bunch of just having a little fun with the chat. How about that? Okay, now we got a little bit more stones. I say you're 47 or 48. Outlaw, you're really close, but you know, Okay, now I think we will move ahead. We will move into August when we can sell our bagged spinach. 21 awesome people watching. Welcome everybody. Make sure you please drop me a tasty treat on that like button. A tasty treat is what we call a donut here. Why do we refer to donuts? Well, because I like donuts. Number two, I was a former police officer that really liked donuts. Still like donuts. It's Parker in the shed here. Let's get some rest. Oh, hey, we got new viewers too. So, I wanted to use this palletizer mod in this challenge, everybody, because here on console, this palletizer mod will change a bunch of bulk product into palleted product. Well, there was a lot of people I was seeing on Facebook and in Discord saying this mod is like broken or needs updated. I have wheat in this mod, I have oats in this mod, I have stones in this mod, I have canola in this mod, and none of them have increased in extra free capacity. I've had 0 issues with this thing. 0. 0, 0. I dropped out but would have graduated in 94, went and got my GED in 2001, an associate degree in 2024. Well, congratulations, Jesse. I mean, let's just say this. At the time, you know, I mean, even for me, I didn't care for school. I mean, school's not for everybody. You know? I had difficulty in school, actually, and had to attend what we call here the resource room, special education room, all throughout school because of a learning disability associated to reading comprehension. So I know what it's like to not really enjoy school. Okay, so now we're fertilized 50% there. I think possibly our cornfield might be ready to harvest, everybody, but might not be quite yet. Wheat is still growing, sunflowers are still growing, and I think we got peas over in our other field. Well, both parents became disabled and couldn't pay the bills, so I went to work to pay the bills. Hey, no, you also, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do. Peas are growing, fertilized 100%, and I totally commend you for what you have done to take care of your family, Jesse. Hated school, so I've decided to work in a school. Walk. That's really what do you want to say? Probably not what you would anticipate it happen in life, but you know what? I also didn't anticipate happening what happened in my life either. I thought I'd be a police officer until I retired, but I got burnt out. Ooh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, hey, we got Looney the farm guy, pink wheels. Cheers, Rusty. Really late here. Great to catch you. Take care, everyone. Cheerio. Ah, yeah, we'll see ya, FS Farmer. Not much else good there. After 24 years of working at a lumber mill. Oh, wow. I graduated high school and then went to a 2-year college and got a associate's degree in what did they call it? Social science maybe or something like that. But basically it was a major in criminal justice and a minor in law enforcement. Oh, okay, Brett. And then I graduated from that 2-year college. Wow, look at this. We got 5 pallets of bagged spinach. We're going to go sell that right now. And then I transferred all my credits to a 4-year college and went to 2 years of continuing, more college, and then, got a bachelor's degree. Major was in social science or something like that, I think, is what it technically was called. Minor in law enforcement and a minor in sociology. Okay, let's load up those bagged spinach. We might even take that 1 can of canned peas, depending on the price. See what we end up here with. But this bagged spinach is selling really good here in August. And then before I was graduated from college, in my senior year of college, I think it was in end of February, I was offered my first police officer job. Wasn't even graduated from college yet. But I graduated then in May. Alright, let's see here. What is... Whoops. Spinach bag. Oh, it doesn't sell the best in August. Why did it do that to me? I don't understand. It actually sells the best in June at 1,407, but it's selling for 1,410 right now. We're gonna go sell. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take this to... I only got 1 pallet of it anyway. Get a little bit more money here. I only got $4,373 right now. 1,000 liters of canned peas, 5,000 liters of spinach bag. Hey Rusty, just lurking in the background while I'm getting some work done. Oh, thanks Northern Farm Sim. Hey, before I went to work this morning, I started to watch your Rags to Riches thing. You do such a good job with your content, my friend. $11,673. Nice. Okay. Sweet, we're up to 16,000 then. Oh yeah, sweet, thanks. That's one went kind of crazy today for some reason. Well, I guess that's a good thing. I say ditto to NFS content, right? Yeah. Yeah, don't regret it because it made me the man that I am today. Was also a volunteer firefighter for almost 16 years before I had to give it up because of my sugar affected my feet. Oh. Well, thanks for your service, Jesse. I was also a volunteer fireman as well. I'm not no more. Haven't been since we left the last community. So since, well, basically from, let's see, from 2004 maybe? 2004 to 2012. I was a volunteer firefighter in the community I was stationed in. Oh, hey, we got some more prickly pear. Probably got a basket over here too. Yeah, sweet. We might take down a couple of those trees, everybody. Or take down at least the 4 that I'm considering. I just gotta make sure I plant trees before December or before January, I should say, basically. Ah, it must be full again. Oh, nope, it's not full. Alright, let's move some more prickly pear marmalade. That's kinda getting stocked up here too. Look at that. That's gonna be some good money when we go to sell it. Yeah, Niagara Frats, I was a police officer from March of 2000 until December of 2022. Really close to 23 years. Started my first 3 years in a community about 40 minutes away from where I graduated high school. Worked there for 3 years as a city officer, and then came back home to where I graduated high school. And we lived in the northernmost community in our county, and I was a station deputy for that community and worked for our county sheriff's office then for almost 12 years, and then left the sheriff's office back in like 2011, 2012, and moved back home where I graduated high school, just basically 15 miles south. And I want that door to shut. Didn't realize there was control groups on the tractor. There we go. And then worked 8 years for the city police department where I graduated high school. That's where I ended my career. Oh, thanks, Niagara. And also, October 2001, the present for you. Well, nice. Thank you for your service as well. I just got burnt out. Most of my career was all small town policing. And basically all of that was night shifts. So it just got really wore on me. There wasn't much room for advancement in shift, but I also didn't want to go to a bigger department. So it was, you know, it was kind of my own situation a little bit too, you know. I could have just went and worked somewhere else and, you know, maybe had better opportunity for better shift time, but I also liked where I worked because it was very small town. The biggest community I worked in was like almost 2,000 people, so I mean, yeah, not a lot of population. Okay, let's see. I think that we're gonna do this. Patrol, mountain bikes, vice, and now property and evidence management. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so you must work for like a big city police department or sheriff's office, huh? Let's see now. When I go to the store, do I own... Oh, I do own an axe. Okay. Kind of forgot, I guess I have an axe. Okay. Well, here we go, everybody. We're cutting down our first tree. 270,000 people. Wowzers. Yeah. What? Why can't I cut the tree? I own that tree. Oh, am I not going to be able to cut certain trees? Oh, I ain't going to be able to cut certain trees. Okay. Wonder if I get a chainsaw if I can cut that tree. Will a chainsaw cut that tree? I would sure think a chainsaw would cut that, wouldn't it? Don't know what a diesel cop is. I have great respect for all LEOs. Well, most diesel cops are my bane. I've never heard to it referred as diesel cop either. To me, here it's either called DOT or what the state patrol here calls them is carrier enforcement. Are the officers that mainly patrol, you know, your semi-traffic. Okay, sweet. Alright, now I'm going to Let's see, where do we get here? If we go down, length 21 meters, yeah, okay, I want to just cut it. Let's say we cut it about right here. Our state troopers does both. Yeah, I think so. Ours do too, but they do have split divisions. They can do both, but they do have split divisions. That could be a lot different now, though, because I haven't been around since 2022. Alright, we're gonna go get our... We don't have best relationship with state troopers. Oklahoma, but I have driven a semi in all 48 continuous states. Ooh, Dragon Slayer. Wow, nice. So you one of those, what do they call them, Dragon Slayers? You got 1,000,000 miles under your belt then? I think isn't that always kind of the one big goal for a truck driver, to hit 1,000,000 miles? Or something like that. Man, you must have been close to retirement, Rusty. Well, I mean... Ooh, approaching 2 million. Wow, nice. Thanks for your service, Dragon. Just because truck drivers are an important part of the world. Niagara, yes and no. I mean, the departments I worked for, we did have retirement benefits, but it's not like if you were to go work for like Omaha PD in Nebraska or Lincoln PD or State Patrol and have a nice retirement package and, you know, yeah, I still gotta go find a job. I do have retirement, but I'm not making anything from my retirement right now. I'm not getting paid out from my retirement, I should say. Okay, we're gonna lease something here, I think. I'm not gonna buy it, I don't think. I don't think we need to buy it yet. So let's just lease it. They used to have them split up until they decided to merge them into one because of budget. Yeah, every 10 years of OTR over the road is roughly 1 million. I have 17 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have state pension, bought 4 years military, and I have 4 years to go to retire, though I could now, but I'm too young. Oh. Well, thank you for your service in the military as well. And anybody else in watching, thank you for your service and whatever you've done in your life. Nope, most of mine is reefer. So Dragon Slayer, I'm curious because my godfather, my second dad we call, was an over-the-road truck driver and drove a lot for one company, but are you still with the same company, or did you, you know, a couple of different trucking companies? Are you independent? My godfather drove truck for a trucking company stationed out of Iowa called Decker Trucking. I was security forces in the Air Force. Ooh, Terrorizer. Well, welcome, my friend. Hello, Princess Princess Gale, Princess Twilight Sparkle said I love you. Well, yeah. No, unlike most drivers these days, in 21 years I've only worked 8 companies. Oh, okay. I can't remember who else my godfather drove for, but mainly was Decker Trucking. Decker Trucking is the kind of the like Massey Ferguson red trucks with the like orange yellow lettering. See if I can get 2 of them here. Oh, now stop it already. Oh, come on. I almost won't. Come on now. Ah, too close. Too far away, I mean. I almost went to work for them. Been out a while now. They got out in 2001. Okay. I spent most of the time at the mill and shipping and receiving. That's kind of cool to walk. Never known anybody that worked at a, like, lumberjack mill, if you will. The other cool career or occupation, whatever you want to call it, that I never knew anybody did in real life is one of my moderators who is just gotten busy in real life and haven't seen him in my chat for a while, but my good friend Towboat Fish, who's a moderator for my channel, works on the barges on the Mississippi River. I always thought that was kind of cool. Didn't ever know of anybody that ever did something like that. Alright, we need to move these to my sawmill here. Terrorizer, I went over by Tinker yesterday and was watching a B-52 doing TNGs. I have a couple of childhood friends on barges. Oh, cool, Terrorizer. That's cool. Sweet, our first pieces of lumber. First pieces of wood, I should say, to the sawmill. To work on Dream Home number 1. Gonna have to get a stump cutter now. Let's see, this one, I might be able to just pick this one up. Just carry it over there. It'd be just as easy. And then get another tree cut down. Well, anyway, what I didn't finish with, everybody, is I got burnt out in law enforcement, and oddly enough, I I didn't know what I was gonna do. Number one, I didn't know what I was gonna do when I did get out of law enforcement, but I've always had a interest in agriculture. Okay, and I'm originally from Iowa, but grew up in Nebraska here. My parents moved from Iowa to Nebraska when I was 6 years old, and my brother was 4. We moved off of the family farm in Iowa to a little community in northeast Nebraska to manage and then purchase a 12-lane bowling alley. So I grew up in a bowling alley most of my life. Okay, I need to figure out what other tree I want to cut down, but we need to get this thing working. Well, I've always had that interest in ag, but I didn't know what I would do when I got into the agricultural field. So, I decided why not try a local parts department, become a front counter parts man. So I actually work at a Case dealership here where I live. I've known the family that owns the business for a long time, and yeah, just took the leap of the challenge, I guess. So I went from knowing nothing about agricultural parts to learning lots of things about bearings and sprockets and belts and rotors and corn headers and bean heads and balers and discs and but the Case dealership I work for, they own 3 dealerships in the northeast part of Nebraska, and we have licensing with Case, Vermeer, Farm Aid, which is now called Forge, which are feed wagons, Peck, Landall, Land Pride, Grasshopper, Bobcat, what else can I think of? There's a whole bunch. There's like numerous brands that we have licensing to sell. Some of the mills have little tugboats that move the logs around to load into the mills. I still want to try that for a week or two. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I guarded the flightless in Kuwait. Oh, cool. Flight lines. Oh, okay. We have a small farm here in Alabama. I'm thinking about starting a shrimp breeding business. Oh, that's cool. How interesting. I worked a few months at a Peterbilt parts house. Oh, cool. Okay, we want to do planks. I know that. And planks long and yeah, we'll just do those 2 for now. 'Cause we ain't gonna have a lot of wood, so we'll just do those two for now. So that's one tree. I can cut down 3 more. So every tree I cut down, I gotta plant 5 new ones. So it's a 1 to 5, kind of ratio. Wow. Was that stuff about palletizers not being allowed? What was that stuff about palletizers not being allowed? No, palletizers are allowed. What's not allowed is take uh you can't take like a load of grain in a wagon, and sell it in bulk. Everything you sell must sell in a pallet form. My mother, Princess Celesta, drives a 1934 Ford tractor. It was nice too, man. Oh yeah, 1934 Ford tractor. That's cool. Okay, I really want that tree gone. I wonder if I buy a chainsaw, if I can get rid of that one. If I do a chainsaw, can I? Oh yeah, I can cut it with a chainsaw. I just couldn't cut it with my axe. Because I want this one gone too. I became a tool and die maker 5 years ago and make damn good money working a 12-hour 4-day rotation. Oh, cool, Jesse. Alright, good night, everyone. Good luck on the episode. I just recorded and edited mine tonight, uploading it now. Looking forward to the 1 tile. Yep, there'll be a 1 tile in the morning, my friend. We're going to try and record this weekend, but I don't know. It's going to be tough, I think. The next week or so is going to be really tough for not only myself, but also Zorch. But there's a new one tomorrow, though. Some more big changes. Oh, wow, okay. Didn't think it... I thought it just disappeared. Usually when you cut the tips off, they disappear, depending on how far. So we'll just take it. We'll just carry it over here because it's not a lot of wood anyway, and probably ain't gonna take the whole piece. But this big part, this is big. This is big here. This looks pretty big. McGarrett, my friend, how are you? The surprising part is that I think now this next December will be 5 years already. Just amazing how time flies by. Alright, let's go pull this one over there. This is a heavy load. Actually, it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. That is kind of heavy. Alright, let's see what's in here. So there's 1,396 liters in there right now. Let's see what it jumps to at this little piece. 1,396. Okay. I must have got a little too far away. There we go. Now what do you got in here? Ooh, 4,190. Nice. RT, I've been at the school 6 years working on 7. Yeah, time does fly, that's for sure. You know, it's just like the kids, my kids. Their last day of school, well, I should say we only got one kid left in school. Our youngest is a junior this year. He'll be a senior next year. Our other kids are all grown up and out of the house. Oh, come on now. But like their last day of school's not far away. I like this tractor, this Mahindra. Never used this mod before until this challenge. Okay, come on, let's get in there. Oops. They took the first one, so it let go of the other one. Doing good, sir. I'm all right, McGarrett. Hope you are as well, and it appears you're doing pretty good. Okay, now we can take this piece. And we might have to spend some of this money to get my other greenhouse. Hint, when you are too far away, disconnect and hook to the one too far away, which wrong button. saw a commercial today for Mahindra tractors. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. At the dealership I work at, you know, besides Case, we sell a lot of Bobcats, a lot of Bobcat equipment. A lot of Bobcat equipment. And the other thing, the thing that was really surprising to me too when I started was, like how far away our salesmen have sold to. Like one of our salesmen just recently sold a Bobcat skid steer all the way up to somebody in Canada from our little dealership in northeast Nebraska. Just shocks me. Okay, so I got those two that I really wanted. Now I think I want that one and that one there. If y'all don't mind, I need just a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Thank you. There ain't too much water. uh, my father-in-law was the writer of the mechanical manuals to teach techs to repair Yanmars. Have to remember that Dragon stepdad has a Yanmar he got used. Reminds me of my last job. Ended up shipping the whole world, every continent. Really? Yeah, see, I was just totally surprised how far away. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this one of the greenhouses here, everybody, and kind of figure out where water. Yuck, stick to peppers. I know. I just kind of thought maybe I've been drinking not enough water lately. Greenhouses. And I want to try one of these new greenhouses I've never tried before. If it will fit. Well, those are 20,000. I don't think I get that to fit. Ooh, I could get that to fit. Not enough money, though. That would fit back there. I want to do these flower greenhouses. which I've had picked out since I set up for this challenge. And I see our friend Blue Roses is using them. Now, only double filtered water through a filter and through coffee. Okay, let's see now. Or I could get that big garden there. Let's get another one of those. What else do I got here? Yeah, she got rich off flowers, and I'm sure she did. I want to do it. I want to do it. Walk, walk. I want to do it. Let's see. I'm gonna take. Well, I don't necessarily need to take those, but I think I'm gonna take that one right there. That's not a very big tree, but I do kind of want it out of the way. So I'm gonna take this one. It's not very big though. We might even be able to lift that one. Oh, nope. Oh, yep. He-Man, Masters of the Universe. If I could only remember the song. He-Man was one of my brother and I's favorites. Okay, one more tree. What tree do I want to get rid of that is kind of... I might get rid of that one right there. I might do that one. The rest of them are okay, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that one, I think. We're going to get that one back there by the sawmill. That's 4 trees then. So now you got to plant a whole pallet of trees. Oh, we need the chainsaw for this one. "18 amazing people checking out the live stream. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you checking out the channel. Hope you enjoy the content. Apologies for the lack of videos lately, but there's a big reason why. That is real life. It gets really busy for real life for me this time of year because of the dealership I work at, and also since the year 2007 I have served on our county ag society, which a lot of you probably are used to knowing as maybe your county fair board. Well, I serve on our local county fair board, and I just happen to be now for 2 years in a row the president of our county fair board. So I got a lot of other responsibilities, and our county fair is fast approaching. It's like the first part of July. Now let's take the tractor here. Might be able to push that in there. Not only do I serve on our county fair board, but I have ran a Toys for Tots program since I was in high school. First was a volunteer, and then back in like 2004 or 5, I basically took it over and been operating it ever since. It's not your it's not a registered Toys for Tots. A registered Toys for Tots is it's registered through the U.S. Marine Corps. It's just, I call it Toys for Tots because that's what everybody seems to call a lot of Christmas programs for those people in need during the holidays. Just because that's kind of the, you know, the, what do you want to say? The well-known thing, or the fad, if you will. Fad's not the right word either, but that's just what people know. Basically, I collect a lot of donations for Christmas gifts, and set all these Christmas gifts up in a big community building, and set it up like a garage sale, and then families come in and shop for their kids for free. I've helped gave Christmas to kids since I was in high school, and every year probably give kids Christmas, or probably give Christmas to anywhere from 80 to 150 kids every year. Hi, I'm from Brazil. Send a shout out. Well, welcome in, my friend. Welcome from Brazil. Thanks for checking out the channel. Don't know how to pronounce your name, so don't want to say it wrong. We call that Christmas cheer, right? Okay, well, we got our 4 trees, everybody. Let's return that thing. 4 trees are in the thing. There it is. Okay, return that. Okay, now I'm gonna get a stump cutter, because otherwise those are gonna drive me nuts. So we'll go ahead and lease a stump cutter. Nothing new in used vehicles. I'm gonna lease a stump cutter. Ooh, actually, do I got a cheaper way? I don't really have a cheaper way I can think. Oh, I know I can't, but I can. Tip: if you want to play on Brazilian map, use the BR163 map. Okay, thanks for the tip. I'm a volunteer for a 501c3 organization called Truckers Christmas Group. We help deserving drivers who, through no fault of their own, won't be able to have Christmas for their families. That's cool. That is very cool. I never heard of that. But you know, there's all kinds of organizations out there during the holidays. It seems like all kinds. Even when you get into to have a program here called Reasons for the Season, and that organization don't exist no more, but they operated for a few years and helped quite a few families. The Christmas program that I operate was actually started by our local county sheriff years ago. And how it worked was our local county sheriff, every holiday season, he would have people stop by the sheriff's office and give him money. Like, you know, we're talking years ago, so like somebody would drop off a $50 bill or a $100 bill, and you know, this is way back. This is way back in the 70s. And that was a lot of money then, you know. So he didn't know what to do with it. And so what he did was the officers that worked for the sheriff's office at that time maintained a list of families that they knew just from, you know, calls for service or this, that, or the other. And then the sheriff took the money and gave it to his office manager, and the office manager took a dispatcher and they went downtown to our local dime store years ago and shopped for gifts for each member in that family with this money. And then they just made sure that they spent all the money. You know, and so then over the years, it just kind of grew. And it continued. It was originally called Project Santa. And then due to changes in, what do you want to say, responsibilities, changes in operations of 911 emergencies and stuff like that, the sheriff that I then came to work for in 2003 was gonna kind of step away from the program. So our local fitness center here in town, the manager had kind of heard that the sheriff's office wasn't going to do it no more. And so she contacted the sheriff's office and asked if anybody'd want to help. And the sheriff asked me, because when I was in high school, I volunteered at the sheriff's office. And so I told the sheriff, yeah, I'll help him. And then that manager left the fitness center, and I've just kind of operated it ever since. And then one of those first couple of years that I took it over, then we had a local church organization here in our county that has a soup supper every fall. And they took all the proceeds from the soup supper and donated it to our Christmas program. So then the county put it into the budget, and we've maintained a budget ever since to use for Christmas every year. The organization has been around for 13 years and helped over 80 families for over 100,000. Wow, Dragon, that is just amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, just a lot of things. I've done a lot of things during the holidays, let's say. Over my 22-year career, I worked part-time in a community that was like let's see, 15 miles away from here. And one year during Christmas, I responded to a call, and it was a situation where a boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, were just having rough times, and they're trying to work things out, you know, and they had young kids and money was tight, and I learned all this during that call, and so I kind of just told them, you know, to hang together, see if you can get it all to work out. Well, when I left there, I just felt really bad for the kids. So I talked to a few people in the community. I was really close with one of the city council members at the time, who was on a motorcycle group, which a lot of you probably have heard of because they've become really popular over the last 10 years, called Fire and Iron. And a lot of those people that are associated with the Fire and Iron motorcycle groups are usually volunteer firefighters or EMTs. And so I let them know what happened, what I would like to do. Needless to say, they choked me up with when I came back to work the next week, which was a week before Christmas. They had a pickup full of groceries plus toys. The back end of this pickup was full of groceries and toys. I literally had tears running down my eyes. And so they said, we did our part, now you just got to do the rough part. That's deliver this. And yeah. I delivered it and put a lot of smiles on faces, but a lot of tears were shed at the same time. I had a lot of Christmas stories. Another one of my favorites is one of my favorite teachers from high school. His oldest daughter, she became a doctor, and her husband, he does custom cabinetry. And anyway, they have a couple of kids, of course, and they do a lot with their kids, just like a lot of families do. And their kids have a pumpkin patch, and of course mom and dad do a lot of work, you know, to get it started, but the kids have to sell the product from the pumpkin patch. And they asked, after I think it was the second year that they had done this, they said, hey, could we help Toys for Tots? And I'm like, yeah, you could help us all you want. You just tell me what you want in return. You know, you want a picture with the newspaper? What do you want? I'll make it happen. These two kids took 100% of their profits from their pumpkin patch and donated it to my Christmas program. I was just jaw-dropped. It was literally about 4 8 8-foot tables full of toys stacked on top of each other. I'm probably talking like over $1,500 worth of toys or more, probably. And these two kids were, you know, they were only like, I don't know, one was probably 8 years old and one was probably like 10 maybe. A brother and a sister. Okay, so we got that going now. I should just as well, you know, plant the new trees so I don't forget to do it. But what we are going to do is we're going to put oilseed radish in that field. And this field over here quick. Alright, Dragon, we'll see you later, my friend. Have a good one. Been a really fun live stream, everybody. Really enjoyed the chat here tonight. I might live stream in the morning, everybody, but I don't know what time. Mrs. Money is going to get a haircut. Well, I'm going to get a haircut in the morning too, but later in the morning. So we'll see. Some point tomorrow I might try and live stream again. I'll try and post a time ahead of time. We'll see if I can get that to work out. Usually I just, yeah, it's hard to set a time in my life. So it's kind of always just spur of the moment. When I can is when I go live. I would love to have some kind of schedule. It just don't work out. About the only schedule I've tried to really maintain is being available on Tuesday nights to record with Krustu and Zorch. And we were doing really well with that, and then, you know, you get into that time of year where it gets nicer outside and just people got other things going on and school's getting out, and it's just harder. So I think we're going to be doing another multiplayer, everybody. But I don't think we're going to be starting it until like in real life, be like the end of October maybe. So it'll be a little ways away. It's just, it's too difficult to try and be consistent. Plus then if we start that early with it, it'll hopefully go a lot better, because we realized that we didn't really start the competitive one tile challenge until I think it was like the beginning of December maybe. Because it was like only episode 3 or 4 where we did the Christmas go-kart race. So, I mean, I think starting sooner will be a lot better too. Plus, I think we're gonna set kind of a better end goal instead of what we set this time. What I mean by that is having some kind of a better plan. We really didn't know what direction we wanted to go with the one tile challenge, or how long we wanted it to go, or okay, now let's see, what else do I want to do here? I thought I'd get to harvest that field, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to that. This is where the dream home is, everybody. The first dream home will be built up there, if you've never seen this before. Okay, and then we only got 13,000. I really would like to get another garden, but I just don't have the money I want right now to get that. And I don't have anything else right now to sell that I want to sell. Let's see, we got eggs, prickly pear marmalade. All that stuff doesn't sell really good right now. Lettuce, sunflowers, no. We had another bag of spinach, that'd be nice, but we don't. I kind of think that I'm kind of at a spot right now. Oh, you know what? I think we'll just go get those trees and get that done. What's that going to cost me? Because I might do that before we're like done. Because I kind of know where I want to put them anyway. What's this going to cost me to lease? $892. 120 horsepower. I got 150. Should be okay, I think. Alright, let's lease that. Okay, and then I need a pallet of trees. And I don't really know. Aspens, beech, box elder, cherry tree. Gotta go. See y'all. Have a great night. It would be interesting to see a challenge done with just a hand pushable mods tool. Yeah. Yeah, it would, Charles. It would. I will also tell you that the next multiplayer challenge that Krustu and Zorch and I will be doing will not be like one tile oriented. It's going to be something else. We have some ideas spinning in our mind right now. Lodgepole pine, is that what I want to put there? Scotch pine. Oak. Might put oak. What other ones do we got here? American elm, aspen. I'm going to go with the oak. Let's buy this. Morgan. Well, I hope this tractor can pick that up. Oh my goodness. That is bigger than the tractor almost. Definitely looks bigger than the tractor. I want to go down here. I want to put some along the edge of this field. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go up here to the top side of this first, though. Wish it could put like actual like island type trees. But I think we gotta buy those. We can't like plant them. Turn on planter. We might get most of them actually along this side of this field, which is fine. Just a little wind break. It's not like we'll probably end up harvesting these at all. Blue roses, welcome. How are you? Planting my first trees, blue roses. I cut down my first 4. There we go. Brendan, welcome. Eric the Crazy Viking, welcome. How are you? Okay, now we can get rid of that thing too. Return that. We got our trees planted. I'm good. Just got settled in here at work. Nice. Just working on the island challenge, Eric. Just working on the good old island. 4 trees cut down. Yeah, right. Well, extravagant work, right? So finally got my sawmill making wood product to put up to the dream home. Let's see, I don't, just woke up. Oh. Yeah, you're in a total different part of the world though, so that makes sense. I should be getting to bed myself. Oh, you still thinking of... I am Blue Roses. Actually, towards the beginning, well, towards the beginning. Haven't cut none down, but planted 100. Oh, wow, Jesse. That's a lot of trees. Yeah, it just showed off one of the greenhouses there, Blue Roses. I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes ago or so. But I don't got enough money for one of them yet. I need about another $9,000, $10,000. It's worth it. Had my first payout. Yeah, I heard. I heard you did, but I knew it would be worth it because I watched, well, depending on how much you watch of my content, because I always talk about him. Before I install a lot of my mods, people, as I play on console, before I install mods on console, I watch my great friend Looney the Farm Guy and make sure that he hasn't found anything wrong with the mod. Because if he has, then I usually don't install it. Haha, had to make sure I let you know. Yeah, somebody in here, Blue Roses, can't remember who it was now, said you made all kinds of money. Okay, that one's full. And that one's full. And that one's full. Okay, I think we're all good on the water part now. Sweet. Everything is full of water again. Drop that. Get this in the shed. Yeah. I think that we're going to call it here, everybody. Kind of at a good stopping point. Because if I move ahead, we're going to have a harvest, and I don't want to stay up that much longer. So, yeah. If you enjoyed tonight's live stream, make sure you have dropped a tasty treat on that like button, everybody. Which is better known as a delicious donut. Thanks, everybody, really. I'm kind of getting out of the habit of doing my outro saying, but anyway, please make sure you've dropped a tasty treat on that like button, everybody. which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we'll see you all on the flip side, or better yet, the other side of the island. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks, Charles and Blue Roses and Jesse and Eric and Walk Walk and Ronnie and Mark and Dragon and New Zealand Farm and Terrorizer and who else here? McGarrett. Thanks, everybody. We will see you later. Have a good one.